What's up, guys? Today we're going to be discussing how to clean the aluminum parts of your GoPed scooter and polish them up to get that ultimate bling shine, if you will. Today we're going to be starting out with the race pull, probably one of the easier parts of the scooter to polish up. We're going to be covering that in depth with all the supplies and parts and tools you're going to need, as well as a whole bunch more coming up on today's episode. So here we have a variety of different tools and supplies you can use for cleaning up and shining up the aluminum parts of your GoPed scooter. But really, just to shine it up, there's only two things you're going to need, and that is some kind of polish and a microfiber towel. For those of you guys that really want to get in depth and get that ultimate shine out of the aluminum parts of your GoPed scooter, we're going to cover all those here. So first up today, covering the products and supplies we'll be using. I have a pair of rubber latex gloves here I use. Those are to help keep your hands clean. This is a bit of a dirty job. A microfiber towel. We've got some sandpaper here for removing some deeper scratches. We'll cover that later in the video. We've got our polish back there. Again, we have our water here for wet sanding it to remove those deeper scratches. And lastly, here we have a drill with the little buffing wheel that's attached to the drill to help make our job that much easier to polish it up and get the ultimate shine. So like I mentioned before, guys, there's only two items that you're going to need for polishing up the aluminum on your GoPed scooter, and that's going to be a microfiber towel as well as some polish. Now before I get into that, I want to put this little reminder out there, is on some of the race poles, specifically a lot of the Dave's Motors, the DDM poles, the race poles, on the aluminum, it actually has a clear anodize over the aluminum. And what happens with that is it kind of protects the aluminum from dulling over time. However, you can't shine it up though. So keep that in mind. Now, for those of you who want to know if you do have some kind of clear anodize either on your race poles, your fan covers on your motor, or aluminum wheels, or whatever have you, this is how you do the little test. So you take your polish here, shake it up good, pour a little bit on your microfiber towel here, kind of mush it in. You're going to take it and just start lightly rubbing on the pole itself. Turn it over. See that? If it turns black, just like you see here, that is a telltale sign that this is bare aluminum that you're polishing up. If it does not turn black, then you know that it has some kind of clear anodize. Now, however, you can remove that clear anodize, but you're going to have to do some wet sanding and some pretty aggressive wet sanding to remove that clear anodize, or use some kind of harsh chemical to strip that aluminum. If you guys have any questions on that, let me know. So getting into the polishing manually here, again, we're going to apply a little bit more polish to our towel. Go ahead and massage it in there. And we're going to work this little section right here. Now we've worked that section right there, we're going to go ahead and wipe the residue with the clean part of our towel. And look at that. That is a drastic improvement that I see right here. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. Let me see if I can get it to focus on it for you. See how shiny that is? Now let's take a look at the 50-50 shot. Removing our blue painter's tape. Let's go ahead and zoom you guys on in for that. That's a pretty drastic difference. So there you guys have it. That is the quick and easy method for getting in there, cleaning up and polishing up the aluminum on your GoPed scooter. Just simply using some polish, a microfiber towel, and some gloves if you, like myself, and you like to keep your hands clean. For those of you wondering about the wet sanding method, that's something I'm not going to really get too much in depth with this video, because it is something I'd like to leave to the professionals to really get in there and remove those scratches. It's something you can do yourself, but I mean, it's extremely time consuming, especially if you don't have the right tools and equipment, and it requires multiple layers of wet sanding it to really refine it and get the ultimate shine and bling. If you guys have any questions, you can post up here on YouTube. You can find me on Facebook, GoPed Derek Short. And as always, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and thank you for watching. What's going on, guys? Back out here at it again. We've got the Tangerine Dream Ped here. This is the 62cc monster. Today you guys are all in for a treat. This is a GoPed GSR 60 on steroids.